Regina Rams had the same goal with different motivations in the 1997 and 1998 Prairie Football Conference seasons. The Rams' streak of 3 straight national junior titles was snapped in 1996, and the next year the team wanted to get back on top. In 1998, the Rams were determined to go out on top in their final season of junior football before moving to the university ranks. The 1997 Rams veterans were highly motivated after losing a 20-3 halftime lead in the previous year's league final against the Saskatoon Hilltops.
We considered ourselves an elite organization and felt very strongly that we should have or could have moved on just as much as they did. So we had a lot to prove going into that season, and I took it personally. And but the Hilltops were the defending champions, so we had to dethrone them.
The 1997 Rams had a flair for the dramatic. In the PFC final, they trailed the Hilltops 10-0, but stormed back for a 46-27 win to exact some revenge. Quarterback Chad Amon was in his second season as starter and had a young but gifted group of receivers that included Jason Claremont, Mike Thomas, and Chris Warnicki.
It was one of the first times I really bought into letting the younger players just do their thing and trusting them. And we went up to Saskatoon and beat them quite handily. And I think after that game, the confidence just grew. And I think from that point forward, we just felt like, hey, we can beat anybody else in this country that comes our way, and we did.
On the road against the top-ranked Windsor AKO Fratman a week later in the national semifinal, the Rams trailed 28-3 early in the semi, but they didn't panic, boosted by the confidence they had gained in Saskatoon.
I can vividly remember that game. I'm not sure why, but I never actually felt like we were going to lose that game in Windsor. Like, even when we were down 28-3, it was just a matter of time before we kind of pull ahead. I'm not sure why that was.
The Rams scored 4 straight touchdowns, including a 71-yard catch and run by Thomas late to beat the Fratman 38-31 and advance to the Canadian Bowl in Kelowna against the Okanagan Sun. The Rams led 17-3 at the half in the championship game, but the Sun scored 2 second-half touchdowns to force overtime. The Sun kicked a field goal with 1:15 left in the second 10-minute overtime to take the lead. Thankfully for the Rams, the overtimes were not sudden death. Trailing 20-17 with 75 seconds left, the Rams drove 75 yards to win the game. Amon found Jason Claremont for 42 yards on 3rd and 10 with 28 seconds left to prolong the game. On the next play, Claremont took a handoff and powered into the end zone from 3 yards out to win the game with 11 seconds left.
You can't script it any better than that. You picture in your head that you're going to win, but nobody really thinks of going in a double overtime and kind of winning it on the last seconds of the game. Truly amazing.
The 1998 Rams didn't need any dramatic comebacks on their quest to repeat as champions. They ended their storied rivalry with the Hilltops with a 48-10 win in the PFC title game. They then beat Okanagan 36-13 at Taylor Field in the Canadian Bowl to go out as champions. Zimmer was named the outstanding defensive player in the country for the second straight season and scored a touchdown in the final, recovering one of the 2 blocked kicks by Corey Thackeray. The Rams ended their time as a junior football team with 15 national titles, including 5 in their final 6 years. Many core members of the last 2 title teams would spur the Rams to their greatest youth sports success to date as they reached the 2000 Vanier Cup. Like many former players, Zimmer stayed involved in the program, in this case as a coach. There, he gained a new appreciation for the time everyone puts in behind the scenes for the players. He feels that community and culture are some of the things that make the Rams organization so special.
To me, obviously, it was the people in the organization, from the directors who spent all the time and energy, and it's you don't really know as a player until afterwards, and kind of see all the things that had to go into what they do to provide the team with the opportunities they had. To me, that's what made the Rams special, is that whole group. And then beyond that, I think there's a certain prairieyness to the Rams. Like, Saskatchewan is not a overly hospitable place, and like the people that settled here and live, like, you've got to have a certain toughness and grittiness that to want to stay here and stuff. And so I feel it's brought up in the Rams culture, and then the people that kind of play on the Rams, is a lot of that instilled in them, that just grit and heart and working together.
Installed in the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame on September 20th, 2025, the 1997 and 1998 Regina Rams Football Clubs.